Alrighty, folks, we got another new release for you. Well, fairly new release. It is Danava Live. This actually came out in June, but it was kind of pricey at the time. But I found some other sites that had a reasonable price. Your insides there. So you can see this is made up of two different shows. Trying to get my brain functioning properly so I can show this. There's that. There's that there. So yeah, the first two songs are from Dublin, 4/13/08. I'm assuming they were touring for their second album. They were formed in 2003 in Portland, Oregon. Their debut came out in 2006. And then the second album came out in 2008. And I'm assuming that's what this show is. And then the other tracks, 3 through 6, are recorded at in Prague this November 11th, 2023, touring for their last album. So the lineup on the first two songs is Gregory Meleney on vocals, guitar, and synthesizers. Zachariah Blackwell on bass guitar. Monte Mattsson on drums, and just a guy named Rockwell on synthesizers. Now the Prague show is a different lineup. It still has Gregory Meleney on vocals and guitar. Levi Campbell on vocals. Levi Campbell is from Time Rift. I don't know if he was touring with them, why he ended up singing on this. Then Kerby Strom on guitar, Dominic Casciato on bass, and Matt Oliver on drums. So like I said, this came out in June of 2023. I've often compared these guys, or described them as Deep Purple played at Metallica speed. It's just a haphazard description. So on the first two songs, they do have the synthesizers. On the last songs, they do not have the synthesizers, but they do use synthesizers on their albums. They often play them like a Hammond organ, but on the first two songs here, they're just kind of used more for effect, more Pink Floyd style synthesizers, but they're very much in the background for the most part. So the first song is called Introduction, Spinning Temple Shifting. The introduction is maybe 30 seconds long, and it goes into spinning temple shifting. Like I said, that's from their second album, which I believe is called Uno No You. It could be You Know No You. I'm not really sure the way it's spelled. It starts off very Cream-esque. The guy sings one verse, and then they just go into this guitar jam with the drummer trying to play as fast or faster than the guitar player. And that's a common theme through this, all their songs. The guitar breaks, guitar solos, the drummer's always going just as fast as the guitar player. It kind of finishes off in a Deep Purple style because the synthesizers come in a little bit. The second song is called Monte Shook, and that is from their 2006 debut. Like I said, the synthesizers are in this song too, and this song is really kind of like Sabotage, Black Sabbath meets Alice Cooper. And when I say they sound like Cream, a little bit like this song sounds like Cream, this song sounds like Deep Purple, this song sounds like Black Sabbath, Alice Cooper. These guys are, you put the album on 33 and then you click it to 45, and that's these guys. They're playing classic rock, but at lightning speed. Like I said, the drummer is going crazy on all these songs. Even though they changed drummer, they keep up the fast pace, and the guitars are right there with them. Shoot Straight with a Crooked Gun. Speaking of Alice Cooper, they introduced. I'm sure this was the first song they played at the show, and he says, spoken word. And he says, "Hello, hooray, let the show begin. We've been ready." It's got a real Frankenstein, Edgar Winter Group type riff. This song's originally off Hemisphere of Shadows, which came out in 2011. Like I said, Frankenstein type riff, played at 45 RPM. And then it closes out with a little Godfather theme. Nothing But Nothing is the next track. That's the title track from their 2023 album, which was a fantastic album. That's where I got turned on to them. Bryce Talks Metal saw them at Hell's Heroes, I believe, and he was blown away by their live show. And so I went and got that album, and it blew me away too. I think I had it at number 6 on my album of the year for 2023, which is saying something because 2023 was a strong year. But Nothing But Nothing, it's like the Amboy Dukes meet Hit the Lights by Metallica. Again, fast paced. Then the next song is called Long Dance. That's another song from their 2006 debut. This one sounds like there's 2 singers on it. So I think this may be Levi Campbell coming in there. It's got more Ted Nugent, Amboy Dukes type sound to it, with a little bit of Foghat and Grand Funk Railroad thrown in there for good measure. Again, played at 45 RPM. The 6th song is called Let the Good Times Kill. It's another song off of last year's Nothing But Nothing. It starts off with a real similar Making Love by Kiss riff before going into this like Maiden type guitars. And then the song that's not listed on here is called The Last Goodbye. It's a CD bonus track. And it's from, I forget what album that's from. I think it's from Hemisphere of Shadows also. It's a cover tune by a band called Slow Bone, which is hard to find information on. They seem to be like a 70s hard rock psychedelic band that released some singles in the mid 70s. They changed their name a couple times later on. Their first album was released in 1992, but I mean I think that's recordings from the 70s. So I don't know what's going on there. And then this one definitely has dual singers on it, so I'm guessing that's Levi Campbell again, and Gregory, Meleney, sharing vocal duties on there. And I brought up that they're a 70s prog psychedelic band because the guitars have kind of a Maiden vibe to them. I've never heard the original song I've never heard anything by Slow Bone. I never heard of Slow Bone before. So the guitars may be more Wishbone Ash, just sped up to 45 RPM and sound like Maiden guitars. But it's a rock solid album. Really good. If you don't know who Danava is, I would start with Nothing But Nothing. 2023 release. It's a killer album. But this one's good too. I give this a solid 8 out of 10. Danava Live. You guys check them out. Have a good one.